Y'all, when I tell you I need a drink, I mean that. Like, hold on, let me get myself together. I gotta take this shot.
Go to the drink. What else are they gonna play? It's live and niggas won't take. Hey, I'm having my way. Say I ain't having this way. Say I ain't having this way. And like
Whew. Okay, so it's your girl Jetta J, and I'm back with another video for y'all this week. As you can see by the title, well, I kind of already thought of the title, so hopefully this is still it. But this is a story time about my worst sneaky link and how he low-key became a stalker. Like, I wasn't even gonna make this story time yet. I was gonna wait, but he's still been on my ass even now to this day. So yeah, I'm gonna make a story time about you. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, y'all, so this story took place in 2019. This is when, well, really it started in 2018 because, okay, I'm gonna go through the story, but yeah, it started in 2018, but the majority of the story took place in 2019. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and give this boy a name. What do I want to name this boy? I almost said Cupboard, but we're gonna name him what should I name him, y'all? We're getting ready to name him Lotto. So yeah, I already knew Lotto before like this story time even took place. Like, this used to be my crush. Like, when I tell y'all, I had so many crushes as a kid. Like, I really thought I was in love with everybody. So yeah, this is one of my many crushes from when I was younger. But of course, he was older than me. I think, I actually don't know how many years apart we are school wise. I don't know. I feel like when I was in high school, he was like a senior. I don't know, something along those lines. He's older than me, y'all, though. So I always would like see him around. Sometimes he would be in my dad's neighborhood because he had some family over there and stuff. And I'm telling y'all, I have told y'all multiple times, my dad's old neighborhood, the niggas was out. Like, the niggas was out. So yeah, I would always see him and he would just pay me dust because I'm this little ass girl. Like, he don't want me for real. I'm like a freshman. He's grown. He's not worried about me. Turns out you worried about me and you still worried about me. But yeah, we gonna get into that. So he would always pay me dust and I'd be like, okay, well, I don't care. Not to say I was really like on his body like that, because I've never been on no nigga's body like that. But if I think you're fine, I have a crush on you, I'm gonna let you know, but that's gonna be the end of it. Like, I'm not blowing your phone up. I'm not adding you on nothing. Like, I don't do that. If you don't want to mess with me, you don't want to mess with me, and that's okay. So yeah, years go by, y'all. I know this person, we're seeing each other around, but we don't really talk like that. So when me and my ex broke up in 2018, I want to say this was early 2018 when me and my ex broke up, and I told y'all in another story time, I started getting on Tinder because everybody was on Tinder at this time, like everybody. So me and this boy, me and Lotto, we matched. Let me describe Lotto, y'all. Of course, it's a freaking light skin, like, ugh, gross. He's light skinned. People be saying he's white passing. I don't think so. That's why I'm calling him Lotto, though, because he's mixed, y'all, and he's real light. So yeah, he's like a little chunky. He's been a football player for like 7 years. Like, I don't understand how you're going to a 4-year college and still playing football 7 years later. You was in college before I was in college. I'm already graduated. I'm confused. But that should have been a red flag. He just loved being in college. Like, he loved that college lifestyle. He's a hoe. So yeah. So this was late 2018. I was home for the holidays. So I was home for like winter break. And I was, of course, on Tinder because I'm trying to see what Evansville boys are single. So when I come back home, because I was getting ready to graduate in May of 2019. So I'm like, when I come back home, I need to have me a nigga lined up because my ex lives here and he's not gonna be thinking I've been waiting around for him or something. Like, no, nigga, I've been out doing my thing. So yeah, y'all, it's winter break. I'm on Tinder scrolling. Y'all know y'all gotta go through 20 niggas to get to one decent or fine man. I don't really think nobody on Tinder is fine. I haven't seen nobody fine. Y'all been cute, but have y'all been fine? I don't know, I'm not gonna give y'all too much. So yeah, I got on Tinder and I saw that Lotto was on Tinder. So I'm like, I'm gonna match with this nigga. Like, I'm older now, I look better now. You're finna want me. So I went ahead and shot my shot by liking him, and we immediately matched, of course. So I don't remember if I messaged him or he messaged me. I might have messaged him because I was bold, y'all. Like, I used to be so bold. I'm still, well, not anymore because I have a boyfriend, obviously. But like, even with my boyfriend, I say what I want to say and I don't really hold back. Like, I'm very blunt. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I probably messaged him first and was like, what's up? Like, what you trying to do? So yeah, and this is the point where I told you at a certain point I stopped feeling like I needed to be in love to hunch on somebody. Like, that shit was dead. I was ready to move on, live my life, experience new things. I should have held on to it. After y'all hear the story time, I should have held on to it. And this was the last sneaky link that ever put anything near me. So yeah. So yeah, me and this boy, Lotto, we matched and we just started talking back and forth. Like I told y'all, we already knew each other, so it was kind of familiar. We're just like, how you doing? You know, how's college been going? Stuff like that. I'm feeling that liquor. What was it? Bacardi Gold. It's got my chest hot. But yeah, so we match, we're talking or whatever, and time goes on. We're literally talking like not every day, but like every other day. We're talking to each other. This is when iMessage games is really big. So we're iMessaging each other, playing games, we're sending each other money. Like, we're betting at this point, like, oh, if you win, send me $1, blah, blah, blah. We're flirting back and forth as we're playing. Everything's going good. Like, I'm happy. Like, my crush is on my body. He never wanted me before. Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. Like, literally. That's how I got into so many situations, y'all, because it was like when I was younger and I was like dusty and stuff, nobody wanted me. And then as soon as I came home from college, like, I'm telling you, all the niggas that I used to want but didn't really reach out to was on my body. I felt good. Like, and me and my ex had just broke up. I felt like he was the only person I could get. Like, no, baby. I'm out here. And I just want to let like girls know, I know I'm getting off the topic, but just because like people are starting to show interest in you now that you're out of a relationship, these people, a lot of them don't want you for real, and it'd be like for their own personal gain. Like, it'd be to hunch, it'd be to use you for money. Like, it'd be just to pass time, which I kind of did use him once we get into the story time, y'all, so I can't really complain. But yeah, just be careful. You don't have to give it up to everybody, and you don't have to entertain everybody just because you used to like them in the past and now they on your body. Like, don't do that, especially because a lot of these niggas be weird. So you really dodged a bullet. But yeah, let's get back into the story. Say like we didn't have each other's number until like February, March of 2019. Because I remember I texted him and I was like, yo, what up? This is Jetta. Like, and he was like, why you acting shy? Blah, blah, blah. Like, boy, we're talking in text message. I don't see how I'm being shy saying, what up? It's me with a little, you know, that emoji with the mouth gone? Like, yeah. And I'm missing a nail, so don't talk about me. It just fell off. But yeah, so we're talking back and forth, and I'm really trying to like do that. And the only reason I was really trying to do that is because I just wanted to get over my ex. Like, it wasn't even like I was still in love or nothing like that, but it's just like I literally haven't done much besides the few story times I've told y'all, and some I haven't told y'all yet. But I hadn't had like that with another person. I only ever did it with my ex. So it's like, I don't know, I just felt like I needed to try to do something with somebody else. You know that old saying goes, to get over somebody else you need to get under somebody else. So I'm just like, I need to get under somebody. Like, I just gotta let this go. It was just, I don't know, I feel like I could not make another connection with somebody like I did with my ex. So I was just trying to rush the process of healing, honestly, and that's how I got in a lot of situations. But yeah, so we're texting back and forth, we're talking dirty, we're FaceTiming each other. At this point, we had started FaceTiming each other, and he would call me like late at night because he would play, you know, sports, and they got practice and stuff like that. So like after he was done, that's when he would want to talk to me. So we'd be talking late at night, we'd be talking while he would smoke and different stuff like that. Like, he would always hit me up and be like, what are you doing? Like, can we talk on the phone? Like, I'm getting ready to smoke and I want somebody to talk to. So of course I'm like, yeah, let's go ahead and talk. And it was natural with him too, because like I said, we already know each other. So it's not like I'm getting to know you for real, even though I am, but not really. I already know you. I'm just trying to do that. So we'll be talking on the phone, conversations will be good, this, that, and the third. So then at a certain point, when we were playing these iMessage games, y'all, we would start to be like, okay, if I win, send me this. If you win, send me that. Like, so I'm going along with it because, baby, I'm grown and I'm trying to do what it do. And I'm trying to experience life. Like, I only experienced one nigga, huh? So I'm just sending him stuff. He's sending me stuff. So one day we play the game and he loses and he sends me a picture of him in his boxers, which this should have been another red flag. This nigga had on emoji boxers. You're way older than me. You should have been graduated by now. And you're sitting up here in emoji boxers. When I tell you it was like the little smiley face like this. And some hearts and shit, some plaid. Like, it was so lame. But I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I just got my rose colored glasses on because this is my old crush. Like, I've always wanted to mess with this nigga and now he's on my body. So I'm just taking anything. So he sends me the picture, and mind you, I've only seen one thing before for real. So to me, I'm like, all right, it looks decent. Mind you, it's not all the way out, y'all. Like, it's in his underwear, but you can like see the print. He's like moving it around and stuff, and he sends it to me. When I tell you I was weak off this video, like, that type of stuff just don't do it for me, but I act like it does because, you know, it boosts the man's ego. But yeah, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, you look good. Like, I can't wait to see it in person. Whole time I'm sending that shit to my friends laughing like, what kind of boxes are these? Like, I ain't never seen no shit like this. So yeah, y'all, he sends me that, and yeah, from there it just started getting like very X-rated. Like, I'm sending him stuff, which all the stuff I was sending him was old. Like, it's stuff I had sent to my ex. Everything I sent was something I had sent to my ex prior, like literally from years ago. Like, baby, my booty don't even look like that no more. Like, I'm sending just, oh, like, if you know, you know. Like, keep your stuff because I'm not finna be getting up and taking no new pictures, baby. You finna see this ass from 5 years ago. I don't care. So yeah, I sent him some pictures, I'm not gonna lie, and I was saying some stuff, obviously. So then time goes by now, and we're still talking like pretty much every day, and it gets to May where I'm getting ready to graduate. So y'all, I already know what's gonna happen. Like, me and him been talking about linking up as soon as I get home because he's gonna be back for summer break. I'm gonna be back graduated. So I'm like, yeah, we're finna link. When I tell y'all, I went and got a sugar wax. I have a story time about that because that was a fool. I went and got a sugar wax. I had my legs shaved, my arm shaved. Like, I was ready. This is my first in some, like, I want to say, how many months? Like, it was some months. And it's the first time I'm getting another one. So I'm like, yeah, I'm finna be like that. Like, everything's finna be bald. Which was a mistake, wasting my money. Even though it wasn't even necessarily for him, it's more for me too, because I wanted to experience having a wax and stuff like that, you know, my grown woman shit. But yeah, it was a waste on him. So I get my wax or whatever, I graduate. He's telling me, y'all, this man didn't even tell me congrats until I was like, so damn, you're not gonna tell me congrats? Because I was sending him pictures of me in like my graduation dress and like my cap and stuff, and he was just liking them and like talking about other stuff, and I'm just like, damn, no congrats. Like, I understand you haven't graduated yet, and that's fine, but don't do that. Don't be like that towards me. Like, tell me congratulations. It's not my fault you're in college for 7 years because you want to be in college so bad. It's gonna have a few people mad, but I don't care. So yeah, y'all, he tells me congrats, and I'm just like, you know, I'm gonna be home this weekend. Like, after I graduate, we're gonna stay the night here, and then we're gonna be heading home in the morning or whatever. So I'm like, I want to see you this weekend. So he's like, all right, bet. So we're still talking, FaceTiming, this, that, and the third. Y'all, that liquor is tearing me up. Like, I'm sweating. So time comes, and it's finally time for us to meet each other. Not even meet each other, but, you know, link with each other. So mind you, this is a sneaky link, even though it wasn't even really sneaky because, okay, let me continue with the story. Okay, so the very first time we linked, we didn't really do anything. Like, we just hung out, smoked. I remember that he literally lived on my corner, And I never knew he lived around me. Like, I never saw him on the bus or anything. But he literally lived on the corner, like, where my house was. He was probably, like, 2 blocks away. It's, like, this big cul-de-sac. So, like, you really right in my neighborhood. Like, I could have been seen you. So, when I pulled up, when he gave me the address or whatever, when I pulled up, I was like, damn, like, you're super close. So, we got in this car, this black car in this driveway. And we're sitting in this car. First of all, I skipped a part. So, before I even linked with him, he had called me and told me he's taking a shower and all this stuff. And then he's like, can you go get us some woods? Mind you, where he lived, there's literally a gas station across the street from like his corner. And I'm like all the way at the back of the cul-de-sac. Like, you're sitting up here in this car and you couldn't go and get no woods. Didn't send me no money for the woods, but you want to tell me the exact flavor you want and the exact type? But I was dumb, y'all, and I also didn't know how to roll. So I was like, bet, you know, I'm gonna go get the woods or whatever. Because I had to get some gas anyways, because we were supposed to match. And at that time, I didn't really buy like that because I didn't know how to roll. So I called my other sneaky link, and he pulled up on me and gave me some gas. And like the whole time I'm riding around my other sneaky link, which is another story time. That's another story time, y'all. My summertime fling with the plug. But yeah, so I called my other sneaky link and I'm like, hey, I need some gas or whatever. So he meets me and we're riding around or whatever. He took me in his car and we rode around. And then the whole time, Lotto's blowing me up. He's like, where you at? Like, come on. I'm getting ready to leave. If you don't come on, like, I'm not going to hang out with you today. Like, we'll just have to reschedule, whatever. So I'm telling my other sneaky link, I'm like, oh, I got to go. Like, my friends hit me up. I'm like, I gotta go. My friends hit me up. Like, I gotta go. So yeah, that's when I pulled up on him and we got into the car that was sitting in his driveway, right? So we're sitting in his driveway. He's rolling up. We're talking, listening to music, like just looking around. I'm hoping nobody comes past this neighborhood because my ex knew where I live. My grandparents live in this neighborhood. Like, I don't need nobody riding past and seeing me with Lotto. It's a sneaky link for a reason. So yeah. We smoked. Everything's good, y'all. Like, we're vibing. I'm feeling him. I really was. So, even though he was kind of annoying, and this is why I say I don't like Capricorns, because I already have another Capricorn story, and y'all be liars, and y'all are just weird, and y'all are annoying, and y'all are rude. Like, I like rude people because sometimes I can come off as rude, even though I'm just, like, speaking. I'm just saying what I want to say. But Capricorns be on some other shit. Like, y'all take rude to a whole new level. And because we be done got to fighting. No. So yeah, fuck Capricorns. But yeah, that day goes by and we're good. I leave him with the woods because of course I don't know how to roll these anyways. And I really don't care. Like, I was just trying to come hang out with you or whatever. So we hang out. It's time for me to go. It wasn't late in the day, y'all. It was like, this was a weekend. I didn't have a job at this point, which he kept telling me to get a job. Like, we would always be talking about how I didn't have a job. And he's like, you need to get a job. Like, you just graduated. Like, I can't believe you don't have no job. Nigga, you've been in college for 7 years and you don't have no job either. You're literally a drug dealer that doesn't have any drugs. Like, I'm confused. So, don't come for me. So, yeah, I get out the car. I go back home. Going about my day, whatever. So 2 or 3 days go by, y'all, and he hits me up again. He calls me. He's like, let's hang out tonight. So I'm like, okay. And this is what he would do. Like, he would ask me, what am I doing? Where am I at? And then he would go ghost. But I'm just thinking, you know, it's the weekend. You're home for summer break. You're probably with your friends and stuff. And to be honest, I was running around with my cousins and stuff too. Like, I'm not that concerned with you. Like, yeah, I do want to hang out with you. Yeah, I am trying to do that. But I'm not, like, you're not my nigga at the end of the day. I'm not going to feel no type of way. So I would just tell him, like, okay, let me know when you want to hang out and I'll let you know if I'm free. Like, that's all it is to it. So he told me, like, yeah, I want to hang out tonight. But I got some stuff to do. Like, I'm meeting up with some friends. I'm going to hit you up later. So I'm like, okay, bet. So I go out with my cousins, we smoke, we having fun, we turn up. And then when I'm going home, he texts me and he's like, hey, you want to come over and smoke? So I'm like, okay. Mind you, I'm thinking I'm going to come in the house because I've already sat outside with you once. Like, why do I keep having to sit outside with you? Where's your apartment? Where's your job? Why are you worried about me? Like, you're older than me and you don't have nothing. Like, you don't even have your own car, which I found out later. Mind y'all, before we even linked up, like 3 or 4 days later, I had hung out with my friend and I was just telling her, like, me and Lotto been seeing each other, like talking to each other, whatever. And she's like, that dirty stinking boy, like she's like, I grew up with him and he's dirty, like him and his family are dirty, that dirty ass boy. Like, she's just calling him all types of dirty, stinking, like nasty. I'm just like, damn, like I've never heard nothing about him being like dirty and nasty. And she's like, yeah, they're just nasty. And I was like, girl, I don't care. Like, I'm not listening to none of that. I'm just telling her, like, yeah, I'm trying to get on with him. I'm showing her. I didn't show everybody this video, so I know he was showing my stuff, but baby, that's why I make sure I look good. You had that little, anyway. I'm showing this picture, like the emoji underwear, and I'm like, yeah, this is what he sent me. I'm showing her text messages and stuff. I'm like, he's really been on my body, but like I just like him. Like, I don't know, it's just something about him. I just like him, and I really think it's because I had a crush on him and now he got a crush on me. So I'm just like, yeah. That like amplified my like for you, even though I was really just messing with him just to get over somebody else. But hey, that's life. This probably happened to the best of us. So yeah, I'm telling her, she's like, ew, he's nasty, he's dirty, don't fuck with him. I'm like, girl, bye. Should have listened to her. But yeah, so fast forward, like I said, he hits me up and he's like, let's hang out, blah blah blah. I feel like he ended up ditching me this night because I think he had gotten a wreck. There was like some point of us talking where he had gotten a wreck or something, and because he was trying to sell somebody something and he got hit by another car, and it was just all this drama. So I feel like he ditched me this night, and then we ended up hanging out like a couple days after that. I don't know. It doesn't matter if he ditched me or not. The fact of the matter is we eventually linked up. So yeah, he's calling me. He's like, I'm getting ready to take a shower. This shower stuff, like, boy, I mean, like, have you not taken a shower all day? Like, take a shower before you call me and have me come over. I don't want to wait on you to get out the shower. Like, you should have did all that. You knew what was going on. He was like, yeah, I'm getting ready to take a shower and then I'll hit you up to be on the way or whatever. So I'm sitting, I'm getting myself ready to, you know, I'm trying to look good. I'm spraying on some perfume all over me. I'm making sure I have my nails done, y'all. I got a freshly shaved cooter mama. Freshly shaved legs, arms, underarms. Like, I'm soft and smooth. I got me on some shea butter. Like, I'm bringing it to you. I'm serving it up on a platter. So so yeah, time goes by and he calls me again because I think he had texted me like, come on, and I didn't immediately come. So he calls me again. He's like, are you gonna come? And I'm like, yes, I'm getting ready to come over there. Like, calm down, you're down the street, you can wait 3 minutes. It's not even gonna take me 3 minutes to get over there, like, not even. So I was like, yes, I'm coming, calm down. I just gotta let my grandma know I'm leaving. So yeah, I let her know, like, oh, I'm going to smoke with a friend. So I leave and I link up with him, and he's in this fat ass truck, y'all. Like, I don't know, the only fat ass truck I know is a Tahoe, so I'm saying it was a fat ass gray Tahoe. And I hope you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I pull up and I parked my car on the other side of the street, and so he's in the Tahoe and he tells me, like, get in the car. So I go around to the passenger side and I get in the car, and again, we're talking, we're smoking, we're listening to music, and the night's going good. When I met up with him, y'all, it was like, I don't know. I want to say it was like 10 or 11 o'clock. And I'm saying that because of what later transpired. So yeah, it had to be like late. Like, it had to be like 10, 11. It had to be 10, 11. So yeah. We're talking and we're just smoking back and forth. Like, he's rolling up, he's telling me, I hate when niggas do this, like, stop flirting with people by trying to tell them they ain't no real smoker. Like, what? So he would be like, you ain't no real smoker, like, I can tell by how pink your lips are, like, you really don't be smoking like that, and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, okay. Like, I'm not no real smoker, but I'm gonna keep up with you. So we're smoking, And I see another car pull up because he was texting and stuff while we were in the car, which I'm on my phone too, but not as much as him because he's a so-called DD. He was texting and stuff and a car pulls up, so I'm like, huh? I'm getting annoyed because, first of all, this is supposed to be like a sneaky thing. It's the middle of the night. I don't want anybody to see me with you. Like, what if they, I don't know who it is. Like, what if they know my ex? I don't want nobody to tell my ex. Like, I don't want anybody to know. So the car pulls up and his friend gets out, and his friend doesn't really need a name because he's kind of irrelevant to the story, even though he did sit with us for a little bit. I don't know if he just wanted his friend to see like he had a female in the car, or he had me, because I knew his friend too. His friend, me and his friend are the same age and we're in the same grade, but we stopped going to school together in like middle school. But I still, y'all, how I'm having memory problems on my camera too. Like, I'm irritated. But yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, the friend. So the friend got in the car or whatever. I'm irritated about that too, because I'm like, this nigga knows me. I'm pretty sure he knows who I used to mess with because we have each other on Facebook. We have each other on, do we have each other on Instagram? Probably so. Like, either way, you know who I am. You know my full name. Like, I don't like that. Why are you bringing people around me who I know? Why are you bringing people around, period? And we're linked. We're supposed to be doing stuff. We're having fun. We're chilling. So his friend gets in the car, and I guess the friend was supposed to match. First of all, he gave the friend, you know, some treat, and then the friend ended up matching with us, right? So the whole time, I probably brought like 1 or 2 G's, and the rest was on the I'm not doing more than that, y'all. If y'all want to keep smoking after that point, then that's on y'all. So we're smoking, we're talking. The friend in the back is asking me like, you know, how are you doing? I'm asking him, how's he doing? Like, what is he doing now? Because, you know, I don't really keep up with him since middle school. I don't really know that much about him, but I do know exactly who it is. So I didn't even know they were friends, but I guess they both played football at one point. So anyway, so yeah, Lotto starts talking about how, I forgot to say this, but Lotto starts talking about how he was off of P, right? He was off of P this night, so he's like real deal chill, like he's high as hell. But you're not that high. Like, you know exactly what's going on. You're having coherent conversation. If anything, I was more high than him because you do that type of stuff. Not to say I took a pee this night. I was just smoking with him, but I was smoking like way more than I'm used to usually smoking. So I was high. Like, I was so talkative. Anybody who knows me, you know, I don't be talking like that for real. Like, I'm very like in the background. I'm listening and observing. I don't really engage in a conversation unless I really have something to say. So yeah, I'm talking like I'm leading the conversation. I'm showing them music, stuff like that. And finally, y'all, at like, I want to say his friend pulled up. So I was over there at a 10 or 11 o'clock. I was with him by ourselves without the friend for like an hour and a half. And then the friend pulled up. At this point, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, literally, it's like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I feel like it even had to be later than this, but maybe it wasn't. Like, when I tell y'all, I was with him for hours. Like, I think his friend stayed with us for like an hour. So at this point, it's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. There's so much to this story. This is gonna be so long. So the friend finally leaves, and it's just me and Lotto sitting in the car, and we're smoking the last bit of what we got, right? And he starts looking at me, and he's like, I want you. And I'm just like, okay, same. And because y'all, he was looking good, even though that first time, I keep forgetting stuff because this story is so long and so much, and it kept going. Like, this isn't even the end of it. So when we first linked up that first time, I haven't seen him in a while, right? So when I knew him, when I was like seeing him alive, he was a little bit smaller, right? He was like medium size, you know, football build. When I saw him again that very first time we linked up, he had gotten a little bit bigger. But he wasn't like fat as fuck to me. But he was chunky. Like, he was a little bit more chunky. He was fat. He had a little stomach. He was a B-O-N. He was a big O. But not for real. Because he wasn't like, I don't even know how to describe it, y'all. Like, he was fat, but he wasn't huge. So when I saw him, I was just like, Okay, this isn't really the person I remember, but like the face is still there. He had a beard now, like haircut, like he was looking good. So I'm just like, you know, I can get over a little chunkiness because I got a little chunky too from the last time you saw me. So hey, we're just gonna be big together. So that's that college life that gets you big. So yeah, he was big and like he had bent over in the car to get something. And I'm like seeing his back and stuff. I don't like that. Y'all need to cover y'all back up and cover that ass too. So, but yeah. So anyways, when we're in the car for the second time we link up and we're getting ready to actually do something, I'm just looking at him and I'm just like, yeah, I don't care you got a little chunky. Like that face looks right. And I've been talking to you for hours. Like at this point, it's time to do something. Like, let's do something. This is the second link up. So we get in the back, y'all. Mind y'all, we didn't even go in the car. We're in the middle of the street. We're in the middle of his block. The windows are not tinted. The windows were not up. Like the windows are rolled down because, you know, I feel like at a certain time, you don't really care about smoking in a car or smoking outside because people shouldn't be outside anyways. And if they are, nobody's really worried about you. So yeah, the windows were down, not all the way, but the windows were down. We're just in the front of his house and I did not care. Like I was just so like, just ready and high. So I wasn't even thinking about being outside, which, ugh. So yeah, y'all, we get in the back. I climb to the back. He gets out the car and gets to the back. Like he's fixing himself up and stuff. Like, well, you don't even have to do all that because it's getting ready to come off. So, so I'm in the back, you know, I pull my pants down, all this stuff. And before we even did anything, he had told me like, oh, I don't like to kiss when I do stuff. What? And I was like, well, you're getting ready to kiss me. Like, I'm not doing that with nobody and you feel like you're not getting ready to kiss me or be intimate with me. Like, we're doing something intimate. So if you're scared to do that, you don't need to be hunching. So we get in the back or whatever and he's putting it on. And when he pulls his pants down, y'all, I was in shock. And not in a good way. Like, I was in shock. I was like, whose penis did he send me? Because it's not yours. Whose did you send me in those emoji underwear? Because it's not yours. It's not yours. And I'm going to leave y'all right there because there's a whole other part of the story. And I feel like I've been talking for too long. It's already been like 30-40 minutes into the story. So I'm going to do a part 2. It'll probably be coming out, if not next week, the week after that. So make sure y'all run these numbers up so I can give y'all a part 2. Part 2 is juicy. Part 2 is good. But yeah, I'm going to leave you at that. He pulled some out his pants that was not supposed to be there. It wasn't even there. Like, but yeah, y'all, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You do not want to miss part 2 because it's funny as hell. And yeah, I just had to give y'all like the build up to the rest of the story because I hung out with him multiple times after this, and also what happened that night and the day after, he had me fucked up, and that's why I'm on your ass. So yeah, I will see y'all in my next one. Hope y'all enjoyed this, and yeah, bye.
Go to the Drake, what else are they gonna play? It's live and niggas won't take